Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Pratesh with My Blockchain Education. And in this video, I wanted to talk a lot about Cardano. So, Cardano has been one of my really strongholds since the beginning of 2018. I first heard about the project back in 2017 when I saw it break to the top 10 in CoinMarketCap. I remember before we went into this huge bull run at the end of 2017, I saw Cardano just out of nowhere come into the top 10, and then the next thing I knew, it was above $1. And going into 2018, it's been on my radar ever since. Of course, the price has corrected significantly since the end of 2017. Right now, if we take a look at the total coin market cap, Cardano is number 11. We see it's been kicked out of the top 10 and it's sitting right at around 3.5 cents. So down significantly since its all-time high. However, throughout 2018, we've seen continual updates to the roadmap for Cardano. The project is built on a solid foundation with Charles Hoskinson at the head. I think that Cardano is going to have huge things ahead for it in 2019. The community is very excited about the expected release of Shelly going into Q1 2019, where the proof of stake will be fully implemented with Cardano. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that here in this video. And if we take a look at it, this is an article that I found just searching through the web, and I just wanted to read aloud a little bit about what the article talks about, just so that way I can help contribute to the community, and that way that there is a better understanding of what Ouroboros is, which is their proof of stake consensus mechanism. So what it says here in the article: Scalability, a focal point of Cardano's scientific, peer-reviewed third-gen blockchain. Cardano's blockchain platform, founded by Charles Hoskinson, focuses on solving three key problems: scalability, interoperability, and sustainability. Scalability, as defined by Investopedia, is a characteristic of a system, model, or function that describes its capability to cope and perform well under an increased or expanding workload or scope. Well, that was very complicated and not very easy to understand, but I think what it comes down to is those three aspects being integrated into the next generation of blockchain. Bitcoin was the first generation of blockchain, and it really opened up the doors for the technology behind Bitcoin. We saw Ethereum come into the play with it being the second generation for blockchains, basically encompassing smart contracts. And here we have Cardano, a third generation blockchain, kind of tackling those three obstacles. So going on further into the article, Cardano's proof of stake algorithm, Ouroboros. Ouroboros is a mathematically secure proof of stake consensus algorithm and was designed with the help of the Tokyo Institute of Technology, the University of Connecticut, the University of Athens, IOHK, and the University of Edinburgh. Cardano's Ouroboros proof of stake algorithm is much more efficient and scalable than that of Bitcoin's proof of work algorithm. Proof of work uses miners that contribute computing power to compete in who gets to make the next block and gets rewarded in Bitcoin. Proof of stake, on the other hand, uses a stakeholder who is chosen at random, proportionate to the size that they have staked per the blockchain ledger. Proof means having evidence that blocks or transactions are legitimate. Stake means the relative value helped by addresses on the node. Cardano's mission in tackling scalability is divided into three areas: transactions per second or throughput, network bandwidth, data scaling. So throughput is measured by transactions per second. As Cardano's blockchain scales in data, the network throughput needed to handle the extra traffic will also need to grow accordingly. Certainly, Bitcoin's throughput is around 7 transactions. Currently, and Ethereum's at 20 transactions. Cardano's throughput intends to compete with the likes of credit card institutions. So that is a huge deal, guys, as far as being able to compete with companies like Visa and MasterCard with the way that the payment systems work nowadays are almost instantaneous. Bitcoin is nowhere even close to that in terms of transaction throughput. So that's a very interesting concept, and there was also a video on YouTube released by Emergo. Recently, Cardano has partnered with MedApps, and they've come out with a crypto card based in South Korea. So very interesting video. I would highly suggest you watch that. I'll actually leave the link in the description below, but go ahead and check that out just to kind of get a better idea of that. Moving on, network bandwidth. RINA is a technique Cardano uses that splits up networks into subnetworks to manage communication between nodes within networks and subnetworks. Cardano has 3 types of nodes. Core nodes are slot readers and only nodes that can create blocks. Relay transactions to add to and from edge and core nodes and unable to create blocks. Edge nodes create currency transactions that are sent to core nodes through relay nodes. Charles Hoskinson discusses Cardano scalability in a Q&A and discusses running epochs in parallel within a network to understand the blockchain network throughput. Ouroboros divides time, or epochs. Each epoch has a number of slots. A slot is a period of time when a block is created. The slot leaders are in charge of verifying or mining the transactions on the blockchain. Cardano also implements a form of parallel computing by running those epochs in tandem. Data scaling. Cardano's not everyone needs data philosophy is part of their strategy in reducing the number of full nodes carrying an entire copy of the Cardano blockchain. To do this, Cardano's team uses a number of clever techniques to increase efficiencies with data manipulation. Methods Cardano uses to reduce user data: pruning, subscriptions, compressions, partitioning, sidechain, sharding. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for the article. I think he kind of left it kind of half completed. But anyway, very interesting read. I might have to cut that little bit out. But anyway, so looking at this article, we can see here that there are some very interesting things happening with the fundamentals with the Cardano project. Of course, we see that this is kind of taking place despite the current market conditions. So I would think that it's probably safe to say Cardano is going to be a sure bet moving into 2019, and I'm actually very excited to see where IOHK, Emergo, and the Cardano Foundation, along with the crypto community behind Cardano, are able to take this project. So that's it for this video, guys. I do appreciate you watching. If you found something informative out of this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for future videos. Don't forget to drop a like. It definitely helps support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.